A company of 110 soldiers arrive in Normandy, France. This is a special group. They're on a mission of history and healing. Like the soldiers who arrived in the area in 1944, each member of this infantry was here to help people. Only they were not here to liberate the French people. They came to help those who are living with the mental scars of war. These riders participated on an 8-day journey through northern France as part of the Wounded Warriors Canada Battlefield Bike Ride. The ride will make stops at some of Canada's greatest military achievements and at the places at some of its darkest military moments.
It's a reflective thing to say that, okay, this isn't a contemporary issue necessarily, that there's an incredible history of Canadian military involvement that's contributed to a lot of amazing things. And that some of the challenges that they faced in transition to civilian life, which is of course what we deal with, were and are very much the same.
2014 is a special year for Canadians. The Canadian commitment in Afghanistan has ended. It's the 70th anniversary of the D-Day invasion and the 100th anniversary of the start of the First World War. The focus of Wounded Warriors Canada is to help ill and injured Canadian Armed Forces members serving or retired suffering with PTSD transition to civilian life. Melissa McCulloch was diagnosed with PTSD in 2009 after she witnessed the atrocities of war firsthand. She was a medic with the 33rd Health Services in Afghanistan. As much as she loved the history during the ride, she was more grateful for the healing.
It was healing. It was kind of like, there were a few bumps, some bruises, but I think overall it was more healing than most things that I've done since. I think the people that were on the journey with me, I think will always be part of that. It was such a special journey of getting to know ourselves and finding a new team and opening up to people that I would have never done. I had a lot of conversations with civies I didn't think I would be able to about my experiences and my dealing with my PTSD, and I would have never done that otherwise.
The riders had the opportunity to walk the beaches where our forefathers fought on D-Day in 1944. These bunkers are sinking into the sand now, but you can see how menacing they would have been during the D-Day invasion. Huy Beach, near Dieppe. Knowing that so many Canadian lives were lost here, and seeing just what the soldiers were up against is difficult to say the least. Standing on the beach and seeing the elevated German pillbox positions makes you wonder how any of our soldiers got off this beach alive. In Newfoundland, July 1st is more than Canada's birthday. It's also a day of remembrance. On July 1st, 1916, most of the Newfoundland Regiment was wiped out in less than an hour near Beaumont Hamel. Matt Westcott, who was living with PTSD, helped lay a wreath during a special memorial ceremony for those who fell here.
We say in our Ode to Newfoundland, or Ode to Joy, where once they stood, we stand. And so to be here where our forefathers gave so much, gave everything. You know, laying that wreath, it was so powerful, just such an honor to be here, where they stood, you know.
The final stop for the Battlefield Bike Ride was the Vimy Memorial. It was here the ride became a celebration of Canada's steeped military past, the incredible sacrifice of so many, and team unification, knowing there is so much more to do for those suffering at home.
Every Canadian needs to come here to understand what it means to really be Canadian.
There's a special bond, a special relationship, special team that's formed when you do these kinds of events. When you take people out of their situation, be it good, bad, or otherwise, and you immerse them in a completely different environment. They train, and and prepare mission-oriented to get ready to do this. And what we saw here after completing over 700 kilometers in 8 days from Juno Beach to Vimy Ridge was the exact same thing. So for an organization that focuses on mental health and PTSD specifically, health and wellness is a big component of that. And this ride, these events that we do through cycling epitomizes that.